I'm Ramsey, the loud one.
I'm Jesse, the short one.
Put us both into one, we are.
Lots of noise, always too fast, lots of laughs. Here's our podcast, the loud and short of it. Hi, and welcome to the loud and short of it.
I'm Ramsey, the loud one.
And I'm Jesse, the short one.
This week we have December's Variety Hour. We're coming at you with 5 hot topics. Video games, television, music, politics, and an ever-rotating other.
I have not been to a hot topic in a long time.
Oh, thank God. You don't look like it. You look like you'd bring your kid to one. Oh, man. All right, you ready to dive into this?
Yeah.
We're starting off fucking funky because we usually either do politics or something sad at first. We're going to do video games right off the top.
Just starting off with the silliest one.
This is the goofiest one. The console war is dead. And let me tell you why.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's not even funny. It's just nerdy. We're starting off nerdy this time.
So the last month, all the new consoles launched: the Xbox Series X, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series S, or something. I don't know. There was 3 of them though.
Yeah.
And
not a Nintendo one though. So
no, not a Nintendo one. It seems like the Switch is gonna last till our
I kind of
dying
like
days.
the idea of them being staggered like that because Nintendo, the Wii U dropped at a different time than the than the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Oh, it must entirely be
and
by
the Switch,
design.
so like the Nintendo just separates itself.
Yeah, they're like, we don't care about being powerful, but we also can't compete. Like, no kid's gonna be like, yeah, Mom, I don't know, Spider-Man looks cool on the PlayStation 5, but let me get a fucking Nintendo. But anyway, the article we picked was mostly just a segue for us to talk about the console war or whatever.
Yeah,
the
boo
sales.
reading. You got here for us.
But all these consoles fucking sold out everywhere.
Yeah.
According to everything, records have been smashed. Every single one has been a resounding success.
To be fair, for this year, what better thing could you want than a video game console?
No fucking
Everyone's
kidding.
stuck inside. This was a good time to sell.
Yeah, it's funny too, just thinking back to like 2013 and how hard it was to get a PS4. It was just, I remember like I was like 17 or whatever. I was like, Mom, I want a PS4 for Christmas. And she was like, oh, okay. I'm not finding it for you. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I had to go and like go on like all these like website trackers for stock. And then eventually I found like Walmart was going to restock at 7 a.m. So I had my mom drive me to Walmart. And I fucking went and I stood in line at Walmart at 7 a.m. and I picked it up. It was
Did
like,
you say the PS4 came out in 2013?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
November 2013.
I just didn't care about console games for a long
No.
time then.
Well, that was the other thing too, is like the PS4. I think the reason too that PS5 and Xbox X or whatever selling out so much is like they're an insane value. Like they are great. Like every part in it is like up to date. Like because I remember in 2013, like everyone who played PC was like, no, all these consoles are like outdated as fuck because that's how it always was. But now like the PS5's running shit at 60, fucking running shit at 4K. Like for $500, dude. Like. If you want to talk about convenience, like I can't tell people like don't buy this, get a gaming PC. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you do. You're getting your money's worth either way.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay $65, $75 for a game now, though.
Yeah, that's true. I think it is funny
That's
though.
not what we're talking about.
No, this year though, dude, like it seems fucking impossible to find a console. It's mostly due to scalpers and whatnot. But
Yeah,
like,
well, all you
got
to do is spend $1,000 to get one. Is apparently the new thing,
bro. So because I'm a masochist, I have the StockX app where I use for shoes, not video game consoles. And I did the tracker.
Yeah, he's a different kind of nerd.
I did the By the way, this is so funny to see everyone bitch about resale because I'm like, dude, my life is hell. Like if you like shoes, that's all you get. I did the tracker for like the PS4. I think like one of them sold, or PS5. One of them sold for like $1,200 fucking dollars.
Yeah, I mean, I check
insane.
Craigslist daily, not for any specific purpose, but I just, I'm into that stuff.
Jesse checks it because he gave himself a time limit on Twitter.
Exactly. It's my third social media. But yeah, they're just every other thing is PS5 or the Xbox being sold for like $800 to $1,200.
Yeah.
Just every single second.
I think it is just weird though to think about like now, like even with Corona happening, like PlayStation still fucked this completely. Within seconds, they were sold out online.
Oh yeah,
like within seconds.
It's not because like let's not pretend that this is like incompetence that they just fucked it up because they're stupid.
I don't. Yeah. Oh,
I think
okay. I see what you're
they
saying.
actively intended for this to happen.
Yeah.
Because now people are more hyped for the PS5 than they would have been if they were just like, oh yeah, it went great. Everybody that wanted one got one. We didn't sell out.
They saw how fucking well scarcity was working for the toilet paper shit 6 months ago, and they're like, I know exactly what the fuck we need to do with these new consoles.
If you tell people they can only buy one, they'll bring their family and buy 3.
Oh, 100%, bro. I'll get if I had to pick between toilet paper and PS5, I'll buy a bidet. Oh, man. But yeah, it's crazy, dude. It seems like everyone is just buying whatever console they can find. They're all equally hard to find.
I don't understand how anybody is buying the Xbox One, but maybe I'm just an old man who doesn't understand it. But
I think you're an old man. It is one of those things. It's just people with PCs are.
It just has no exclusives. Enough. It just doesn't make any sense. What the fuck's the point of it over the PlayStation? It
doesn't make sense at all.
And the PlayStation controllers are nicer now. Like, they're beautiful.
Also, Xbox doesn't have cool exclusives.
What if somebody was buying a console and they simply didn't have 4 feet by 3 feet of cubic space to house the car-sized PS5? So they bought the little Xbox because it would fit in their living room.
I like the idea of someone just being like, I already have a router. I don't want to know anything that looks like a router. It's going to confuse my mom.
I thought the way that it's shaped very cool, except for the fact you can't lean on its side without a stand. But and I'm not even that into consoles, but I did watch an unboxing video just because I had seen all the memes about how big it is. This thing is fucking
huge.
It's
and apparently it's heavier than it looks. Some dude was like unboxed this giant thing and he was like, "Oh man, this thing's really dense." And I was like, dense. It's fucking massive.
The unboxing I watched, the guy said he was 6 feet, and halfway through the video, he just set it next to him and stood next to it, and it looked like he had a small robotic child following around. And I was like, this should be the size of your foot.
This shit look like some futuristic fucking Wall-E you can game on.
Man, if it was, I would have bought it right away.
Yeah, me too. Fuck. Anyway,
to end on, I got a fun note for these consoles. And the end of the console war. Yeah. I read some amazing stories, and I want to get involved, but I'm afraid of getting attacked. Of people telling this, like going on Craigslist and fucking with the scammers and leading them on hilarious goose chases to be like, "I'll meet you here. Oh no, wait here. Oh no, wait here," all over the place.
Oh, we got to write that down.
It sounds so much fun.
That's very good.
The best one I saw was a guy like convinced another one to meet him at the police station.
Oh my god!
And that makes sense for Craigslist because you're like, you can't get robbed if you're right there. And he was like, and turn yourself in for being a piece of shit. No idea if it's real, but funny as fuck nonetheless.
We have to pray it is.
If you bought a PlayStation 5 or multiple of them and are selling them for 3 times as much as they're worth, just fucking do it.
They're not watching this.
They're buying Bitcoin and looking how to get on the next wave.
Yeah, they're fucking they're taking the PS5 profits and putting in Robinhood.
Yeah, that's what to say.
Fucking clowns. Oh man, be a real businessman. Fuck off with this scalping shit. All right, now moving into a more positive note. Alex Trebek has passed away.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jeopardy has a new guest host.
I'm excited for this guest
What's
host.
his name? You know way more about Jeopardy than I do.
Oh, his name?
Yeah, I don't know. Who cares about his name? But he's been pretty famous on the show as far as I'm aware. Ken Jennings.
He won like 100 times in a row. That's over $1 million.
Fuck, why do you know so much about Jeopardy?
And he's not, because I watched Jeopardy with my grandma growing up.
Oh, that makes way more sense.
I've seen like hundreds of episodes of Jeopardy.
My notes for this is literally feels bad, man. Every other game show is dog shit, in my opinion. Alex Trebek was simply the fucking man, and I don't get why people watch this shit. I think the only time in my life I ever watched Jeopardy was like in the living room when we lived together. We were just like, because you and fucking Taylor would watch it and eat food. I'm like, this is a weird thing to do.
I think Jeopardy is like the perfect amount of challenge. Because like, it's not, most like trivia you do is either like so specialized to some nerdy fucking bullshit that one dude's going to be like, oh, I could name every single character in Star Trek 1 through 800. And the doubloon, or whatever the fuck they do in Star Trek. Pirates, right?
Whatever. Who cares?
And Jeopardy manages to it's everything, but it's always hard, and it's fun because when you get one, it's good. You just get
because it does have those moments wherever like you'll have that fucking like you get thrown back to like 5th grade geometry, and you're like, I remember what this thing's called. My favorite shit is when they do pop culture ones because it'll be like if there's one row of it, I will guess that shit immediately, and then they'll ask about like math or science. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
See, but they always have like a good mix. Or sometimes it'll be like such a weirdly specific category, and you'll be like, I'm about to fucking nail it. Like they were like 90s football players, and Ben just like perked up in the living room. He's like, oh, I fucking got it.
I think like even with that though, I think the main thing that kept me, and I was just in a special take, but the main thing that kept me there was Alex Trebek. Like this is like honestly the fucking one of the funniest people ever. Just the way this man could like wholesomely tear down some fucking giant dweebo on his show was like incredible to me. Like it hit a point where I remember, like we were watching the living room and I was like, I want to be like him. I was like, how do you fucking like bully someone kindly?
And then they smile at you right afterwards. I think there's a certain star quality at Alex Trebek that just can't be like, you can't match it somewhere else.
He's always kind of like kind too, like the way he carried himself. 'Cause it was funny. It was like watching like. It was like whenever you were in like theater class and you were like a jock or whatever, which and then like you had to hang out with the theater kids and you were like, oh fuck, all right, I guess we better make do. Let's have a good time.
And he is like an ultra nerd. He was just dummy smart as well, so I think that's why he could get away with it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like when they do roasts and it's comedians roasting each other. It's funny because they're like, oh, we get the same, we're in the same spheres.
Yeah.
If they did a roast at Trebek, it wouldn't have been funny. It would have been fucking brutal.
I think, I guess my main thing with this is like him being the replacement. The reason I chose this instead of the Alex Trebek is Diet article is like, I wonder if the show is going to continue on. Like similar to like, if we're going to like it as much. I pray it does because I think Jeopardy is the best game show, like I said before, because I don't know, all the other ones are fucking stupid.
I don't know for sure, but it's lasted so damn long. The only other show I could think of that's lasted as long as The Price is Right, and I couldn't tell you right now if that's still going on.
Oh, it is.
It is. Yeah, but no one cares anymore.
No one cares.
It's over.
We had satellite in our frat house, and me and my friend Keyshawn watched The Price is Right episodes, and I don't know if they're reruns, so I'm just assuming it's still going.
I like to think they still use the same cameras, so you never know if it's a rerun. But no, I think if there's anybody that's gonna be able to take the reins on Jeopardy, it's gonna be Ken Jennings. Because like people that are obsessed with Jeopardy already are like obsessed with Ken Jennings.
Yeah.
And I've heard that like him and Trebek would tweet back. Well, obviously not Trebek because he's 90, but like Ken Jennings and Alex Trebek's team would tweet back and forth funny stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And he's also, like, not... Because there's been some people that have won, like, 20 games of Jeopardy that when I'm watching, I'll actively root against. Yeah. I'm like, get this fucking nerd off my screen. But Ken Jennings is, like, a
To be fair, Jesse,
guy.
We sit there and we're like, this guy's got a funny nose. Get him out of here.
I believe that's where we coined the term Jeopardy hot. Like somebody's on here. That person is for sure Jeopardy hot.
Oh, all right, that's it. That topic's done. Fuck. Oh, man.
I like that one didn't have to be explained.
I guess all in all, RIP Alex Trebek. It is a huge loss, but we pray Jeopardy can continue. It's the only one I don't want to be canceled.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But that's that. Moving into our other for the week. Other is like always movies. Have you noticed that? Because I definitely have.
Because we don't get to talk about movies other than the ones we're reviewing.
Yeah, we don't get to get into movie news. So let me just dive in.
Yeah, this is bad movie news. Or depending on who you are.
Wait, let me I'll give you a take in a little bit. Okay. So HBO Max and Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is HBO Max is owned by Warner Brothers and HBO. It is a joint thing, and they have a bunch of the Warner Brothers slate on there, and they have decided that for 2021, all of the Warner Brothers new releases are going to be day and date on the streaming service for free.
So what he's saying is when they come out in theaters, they're also at home.
Yeah, it is going to be the month the movie comes out, that is when they're going to be out, and then they're going to be taken off and imagine sold on digital or gone to the theaters. I don't know exactly how it works. It's a little murky.
But day one, that's the important thing. So like box office weekend, the metric that's been used forever,
Yep.
What does that mean anymore?
Now I literally have two potential takes written down.
You also wrote down every movie that's coming out.
I want to go through them because they're insane.
Yeah,
like some of them are fucking crazy. I think that it could go one of two ways. This is it. This is what movies are, and movie theaters are going to become a more niche thing. Similar to, we have Arbor Hills 8 or Great Hills or whatever. It's like it only plays indie movies in Austin. It's fucking awesome. But that's the possibility of what movies are going to become. I don't know if we're going to have our Alamo draft houses in the same way we always have.
I think no matter how this pans out, the writing's been on the wall that that's happening for a long time.
I don't know, dude, because opening like box office shit has always been going up. Like, it has not been going down. So I guess the one thing that I can like fucking try and like, you know, hold out hope for is that going to the movies is like one of the most American fucking traditions we have in this country, akin to baseball, whatever the fuck. I don't know if Americans are ready to give that up. We don't know, and I personally am not, and I don't think we would be. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, this may be backwards, but I'm more willing to go fucking see a movie I don't care that much about if my friends want me to go with them. Or if me and my dad... I wouldn't have seen fucking Rambo 5 in movie theaters, but my dad was like, hey, do you want to see Rambo 5? And I was like, holy fuck, you want to spend time with me?
What a terrible movie.
I love you. My dad liked it.
But that's one of those things that why I will always fight or argue that we should keep the movie theaters around and give them their money as much as we can.
Yeah.
Because Rambo 5, dog shit movie.
Yeah.
Rambo 5 in a theater with your dad, great. Fucking movie. Just fucking immaculate.
If this goes the way of where movie theaters go away, the only thing I can pray for is that indie filmmakers don't get pushed to the wayside by Netflix and everywhere, who's been giving them a great, fuck Amazon, but they've given like indie movie filmmakers like a decent platform to sell their movie. We have to pray they don't get pushed to the wayside. My other thought process is that they're not going anywhere. My big thing is if Disney does it too, we're fucked. But if they don't, and Warner Bros is the one stepping out and doing it, I think this is literally them just trying to keep their fucking like profits even or whatever, and get way more money from the streaming accounts that they're gonna lose from getting like putting the movies out, because Tenet fucking lost a shitload of money. So they're hoping with Wonder Woman 1984, they're like, well, we can't keep this movie another fucking year. It's already been pushed out 6 months.
Yeah.
But if it happens with Black Widow, we're fucked. It's over. But I did want to go through some of the movies that are on the slate. Number 1, Christmas Day, Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. The shocking one. That was the first one announced. And then then the rest of the fucking slate was announced like a week later, I think. We got In the Heights, which is Lin-Manuel Miranda's musical movie that they're turning into a movie.
Yeah.
This is huge with theater people. I have an insider, I know.
That's the Hamilton guy.
Yes.
No.
The Hamilton
another
fella.
one. This is Hamilton 2 Electric Boogaloo in the Streets.
Well, it's pretty similar, I imagine. I've never seen it. I refuse to watch it. Matrix 4 with all the original cast and the original directors returning. That seems like a huge fucking thing that has been.
I didn't know that existed until
you
just said it. No.
Oh, this has been a thing apparently. The Many Saints in Newark, the Sopranos movie. That one's less surprising, but still, Jesus Christ, this could have been a fucking like pretty decent movie release.
Yeah.
One that the only reason it's on this list is because I think it's the wildest one, Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah, why would you want to watch that at home? And you could see it in a movie theater.
What? Look, was Godzilla 2 a shit movie? Absolutely. But the fact that I'm not going to watch this movie on my fucking phone.
Yeah.
I don't give a flying fuck. I liked watching it in theaters because a giant lizard was screaming at you and I was eating popcorn. I'm not going to watch. What am I going to fucking make some Jiffy Pop and watch this shit on a Saturday? No, I have better things to watch. The Suicide Squad sequel, which maybe this is better for it because, there's a lot of bad will tied to that movie. But James Gunn's directing it, so,
Okay.
It's a huge movie.
Mm-hmm.
The Conjuring 3.
Ooh.
Another one. Can't fucking believe this is going day and date digital. Because The Conjuring has brought... You can say whatever the fuck you want about the quality of these movies, dude. These movies bring in a fuckload of money.
Yeah.
Before Deadpool, The Conjuring was the most profitable rated R movie, I think, released. We covered that, I think.
Yeah,
and then
we did.
The last one, Dune. I would argue the second biggest movie on this list.
So Batman?
No, Batman's not going to be on there.
Okay. That's cool. I like that.
What do you mean?
So Batman's just going to be in The theaters?
Oh, yeah. Batman's going Batman because they think that was a smart move of them. They pushed Dune out and was like, yeah, it's coming out a year from now. Because Dune is one of those things that seems big to nerds, and then I feel like when it comes out to general release, like no one's gonna watch that movie. It's gonna be like Blade Runner 2 or whatever the fuck. But Batman is guaranteed fucking money. Mm-hmm. They would be moronic to put this shit out on digital. I think the only other one that's a little crazy they did was Wonder Woman, but
I'm excited for Wonder Woman. I liked the first one.
I am too. I just think that the only reason they're putting out Wonder Woman now is because they're like, this movie has been delayed so many times. If we delay it again, they're gonna be fucked. And COVID cases are rising in America.
Yeah, I also totally understand for a movie that's supposed to come out in December to be like, hey, you don't have to go to the theater for this one. Yeah. It's just crazy that some of these movies are coming out so far away from now, and they're already pre-announcing, hey, a year from now, these are still going to be digital.
I think that is the other kind of sad thing that's like kind of scary and telltale is that, maybe they know
something.
Yeah. They probably know. Hey, probably, I bet you like fucking AMC is going down or something.
Yeah.
But, if Alamo can stay, we're going to be fine. We just have to hold out hope for Alamo.
I think, and I know if you're not from Austin or one of the major cities that Alamo's in, it probably gets tiring every single time we bring up movies, just be like, Alamo. But I think theaters like the Alamo are going to be the last ones to go.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they could be like, we're not showing any movies that anybody wants to see anymore. We're going to show you...
Batman Returns
every day,
Gremlins.
24 hours. You have to watch it in a row. You're not allowed to leave your seat, and we're gonna spit on you.
Dude, I almost texted you.
Yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
Unironically, I almost texted you. I was like, hey, I was gonna be like, you want to see Batman Returns? And I was like, let me check the tickets first. Completely fucking sold out a week and a half ahead of time. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. No, there's just something about that. And I think that ties back to when you're saying like going to the movies is an American pastime.
Yeah.
That idea started before there was these giant conglomerate movie theaters.
Yeah.
That whole that American pastime started because there was a bunch of each individual local movie theater that sold popcorn and talked to you.
I pray the drive-in theater is going to pop back.
There's a new one opening in Austin. I don't remember the name of it, but you could Google new one in Austin and pop right up.
Fuck you.
I'm sure every city in the U.S. is getting a new one with COVID as well.
No kidding. All right, well that is our other for the week.
That's more of like a stay tuned news than something that's happening now.
We'll give you an update on that.
You'll see if we slowly start crying in the middle of monthly movie reviews. How we're feeling about that.
If Alamo announces they're going out of business, there's no episode for that month. We're done. We need to grieve. All right, well I guess moving into music.
Mm-hmm.
This is
another bummy one.
A little heavy one. I think the most interesting, that's just because I listen to rap music so much. There has been way more references to depression and suicide in rap music in the past. I think from a study from 1998 to 2018, there had been like a 68% growth in mentions of depression, suicide, mental health issues, which is pretty insane to me, I guess, because like you got to think about like what rap used to be in the 90s, where me and my friend Cameron were talking about this the other day. We were like talking about in rappers like fucking Biggie got shot, Tupac got shot and shit, and we were like, yeah, that's just how things were in the 90s. And now it's just like rappers are passing away because of fucking like suicide and like the drug overdoses and shit. And I was like, the issues now are honestly scarier than they were before. I think it is fun. It is interesting to think about. Like right now, Mac Miller, I would say, of our generation, is one of the biggest rappers. Your favorite rapper, obviously.
Yes. The one time I told Ramsey I liked a Mac Miller song, and I haven't lived that one down, apparently.
I used to be someone who did not like Mac Miller at all, and then I started listening to more of his music, and it was just like, a lot of it is sad as fuck. Mm-hmm. But it is just kind of telling that like our generation, I've noticed, really fucking likes that shit. Because I feel like it resonates with them so much more. Because we have the hype music where we talk about they talk about drug dealing and fucking killing people and shit. We love it, but like
and pandas.
Oh yeah,
panda.
I guarantee someone's out there doesn't understand what that is. They're too young. But
raps about wildlife.
But even like Lil Peep, XXX Tentacion, or whatever the fuck, like super huge rappers, some of the biggest rappers of our time. They passed away from fucking drug overdoses. All their music is riddled with mentions of depression, mentions of suicide and shit. And it's just strange how much music has changed specifically within rap. Yeah. I feel like out of everything, I feel like most other genres haven't gotten more genuine as time has gone on, like rap has. Rap has become way more of a you know what I mean?
Look at you with the smart guy NPR take. Whoa!
I'm chill this week.
This is two guys on your shoulders on NPR. Yeah, man. Fuck, dude.
Sorry,
that was dummy deep, crazy.
But I
like when you said that mentions of suicide and depression rose 68% in rap music from 1998 to 2018. I'd like to know what the statistic on depression and suicides rose.
Yeah.
Because is that similar to 68%? It was kind of just like the music just followed the general populace, or is it more that the music became more genuine, not that it just followed what was actually happening?
Yeah. I think
maybe the music is causing it. Maybe it's so sad it's making the rest of us.
Lil Peep
thought about that.
Lil Peep bummed us out. I didn't have depression. I listened to Lil Peep.
I was doing fine, and then a rapper killed himself, and I've been terrible since then.
His life went downhill. No one clipped this. I don't know. It was one of those things that I like. It's just something I was thinking about because it was just comparing to like now, like whenever I listen to rap music, it is like more thoughtful shit. Even with the drug dealing and shit, they talk about like Kendrick talks about fucking like depression he felt in the hood and whatnot. And I was like, dude, no one talked about this shit in the 90s. Biggie had a song called "Suicidal Thoughts" or whatever, and people clowned him for it. And I was like, this is, I don't know. It's a vastly different
society.
Time. Yeah, I wish other genres would fucking make stuff people wanted to listen to. But yeah, that was just a little thing I had on it.
Lumineers will bum you out. They got some sad songs.
Lumineers is for camping and fucking off. Nothing more. Oh man. Well, that's music. You got to hear me ramble about the enjoyment I get from depressing rap music. Oh, now, Jesse, it's your time to shine. I've blabbered a fuckload on this episode, but let's talk about some politics.
Let's talk about my not enjoyment. I wish they talked more about suicide and depression. Let's get into politics. We got two trains going right now. One's leaving the station and one's arriving.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Trump for a minute.
My man.
So this guy's off the rails. If you haven't paid attention the past 4 years, kind of cuckoo.
Not like super stable.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah.
But he seems to be absolutely certain, and I don't think that this is him doing marketing or trying to rile up his base. I think he legitimately believes he won the election. I really do. Like, I think he's that fucking deranged.
Okay, I agree, but that's a take I don't think I've thought of. Oddly.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure this man is like fully believes that the deep state stole this from him and that he's getting fucked.
Oh, poor guy.
He is desperately asking for money from every different dipshit that likes to give money to ex-presidents. And he sued every state, Arizona, Georgia, Michigan. He even sued some states that weren't even fucking close.
Yeah.
I think Wisconsin was one of them, and you're just like, why? Like,
dude,
you didn't have a shot there, bud. But all of them have been thrown out, like local judges, state-level judges, the Supreme Court just recently. No one's giving him a second on this because he has no evidence.
No, I love seeing those fucking news stories pop up, me being like, oh no, I'm a little nervous. And then people are like, no. And then today it was like the Supreme Court voted on Supreme Court, who 2 justices got put on, and
three.
Yeah, or 3 by Trump, and fucking
unanimous.
A hard no unanimously. And I was like, thank God. Like, fuck Joe Biden, we're not where we need to be, but like this feels like we're closing a book on this fucking nonsense.
And
we can.
When we recorded that last one, I didn't end on like this is over. I ended on like this could be bad.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm still not gonna say that because I don't want to look back on this episode and be like, oh, what an idiot! If only I knew what was to come. But
I'm willing to say I feel better.
The percentages, that clock of like, are we gonna hit full fascism?
Yeah,
and just no more democracy? We're much closer to this. We're still fucked.
Yeah.
Everything is fucked.
We're only in the red.
But yeah, we're not. We don't have to completely give up yet.
Yeah, we haven't broken the odometer.
So let's ignore that train. It's off its rails. It's fallen over. It tried to leave the station. It's just kind of dying.
Yeah.
The other nice thing is that they're still terrible idiots, but most Republicans are not following him down this path.
Yeah.
They continue to watch Fox News.
Yeah.
And Fox News is not on his team. They're
No.
like, he's a fucking... They turn on him like a dime because they're all snakes and they don't give a fuck about
all
each
Fox,
other.
A bunch of Trump supporters now think that Fox News is liberal.
Yes.
Which,
Luckily, that's a very small percentage of the Republican
fact
base.
that there's a percentage.
Yeah, that's right. But anyways, let's move on. Let's get on the Joe Biden train. So he's obviously got a lot to do before he takes over on January 20th. The big things are, just being like the bullshit part of it, the giving the speeches, the saying what he's going to do, all the promises he's going to make. No, I don't care. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't give a fuck what he says. But what he is doing
is going to bore the shit out of us before he gets in office.
He's going to pick his cabinet.
Okay.
And that's just incredibly important because these to an extent matter more than the president. The president matters more because he picks them, but these are going to be his advisors and going to make all the decisions for him that he's just going to stamp because he trusts these people.
Yeah. He also is barely there.
Yeah. That's very true.
They've actually
Kamala picked her cabinet.
they had another cabinet position added to feed the president and clothe him daily
and draw clocks. I'm just gonna tie it up with a nice little bow to end on just a shit note. He's not doing shit for young people. He's not doing shit for progressives. If you felt like you had to pick the lesser of the two evils, man, he looked at you and he said, "Sucker," and he ran the fuck off with your vote because he's not doing shit for us. The number one thing I want to talk about, Neera Tanden. She is going to be on his cabinet, and she is like the definition of the most corporate, polished, just beholden to shareholder Democrat that could possibly... The exact thing that led to Trump, that's what she is.
I read 45 seconds of that shit, just like going through her record, and I was like, oh, man. Politicians are gonna politic. Like, we're fucked.
She was part of a I don't think it was a political action committee, but some type of influence group that lobbied, and they gave themselves a real progressive sounding name, and then did the opposite of any progressive act whatsoever, just trying to spearhead and destroy Medicare for all and any other thing that might help American people. And then, in addition to all that, she's somewhat Trumpian in her Twitter use.
Oh, no.
Which generally for politicians, I don't care. I didn't care that much about Trump's tweeting anyways. I thought most of it was just fucking insane and kind of nice to be able to look. You can point at the insanity. But she likes to get on there and just shit on progressives. Just like in mean, useless ways that politicians shouldn't be doing. But,
Clown. Joe, we fucking told you last time we weren't going to go easy on you. Fuck you, Joe Biden.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll see how the Georgia elections go.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with y'all. There's not going to be a lot in politics for the next month.
No.
Until late January, we're not going to see much happen.
Yeah. The one thing I hope doesn't happen is that everyone who thinks the world is saved now from fucking Joe Biden is like...
Goes back to brunch.
Well, I hope not. I hope they're like, oh, wait, maybe things aren't perfect. Because I think the funniest video I ever saw in my life, it was a TikTok of like... It was put over the super inspirational music, and it was like, when the East Village found out in New York, and it's fucking 400 white people dancing. Like it's a fucking parade, dude.
I've got one hope. It's that on January 20th, all student loan debt is canceled in the entire United States.
We pray.
Because Joe Biden can do that without any approval from Congress.
Yeah.
Or the Supreme Court being involved in any way. He has the power to do it. Or fuck it. I hope it happens tomorrow because Trump could do it.
Yeah.
I hope he just dodges left and fucks it all.
What if Trump fucking cancels student loan debt, enacts universal health care? I don't know how it works. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
that would be a little hard for him.
That gives everyone $10,000. Just completely destroys the deficit.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking hope it happens.
He did, just to jump back on the train that's knocked over when it was trying to leave the station, Donald Trump did threaten to completely defund the military.
Bet you won't. Bet you fucking won't.
You pussy. But nonetheless, yeah, we got a lot of politicians threatening to do cool stuff, and I'm not hopeful for any of it happening. But
if only Joe Biden was the socialist we were told he was.
If we lived in the world that Fox News painted for the next 4 years, goddamn, the world would be a great place.
I'm fucking kidding. Oh, man. Well, that wraps up politics, and that wraps up December's Variety Hour.
Yeah. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Be hard during these holidays.
What do we got next week?
Next week, we have a In the Lab.
Oh, I'm fucking excited. I'm excited to record it. But thank you all for listening. Fuck that up.